Hey everybody, welcome to Takeoff with John Clark, presented by Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. The Eagles are 9-1, best record in the NFL. The man, Brandon Graham, joining me right now. We appreciate you coming back from Indianapolis, joining us here at Chickies and Pete's.
Man, you know what? It's been fun, man. You know how it is. These games, I take the win, no matter what. I felt like it was tough in the beginning, but I felt like we all came together in the end and made plays to win that game. And, man, I'm just happy we got the W because it could be feeling so different right now if we took that L.
Yeah, you didn't like taking that L to Washington, right? A whole week, first loss of the season. You guys maybe forgot what that felt like, right?
Well, you know what? It's always a good reminder just to get a refocus, especially if you can afford it. Not saying that, we looking to lose, but it's just like it just refocused us even more. And then, you added 2 guys to help us in the middle because, we know our run defense been, it's lacking right now because of certain guys being hurt, but I'm happy, man. I'm excited because I feel like we're more focused than ever. And just like how the game played out, I mean, we got to be resilient in every game because I'm telling you, every week is any given Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your new clothing line. It's very cool. It's for Team 55 as well, for your charity. It's American Dreamin. We're going to get into that. But you raised a good point right there about any given Sunday. Do you sense teams, when you're the top dog in the NFL and have the best record, do you sense teams are really coming after you?
Oh, yeah. It's like a slap in the face almost. I mean, I know how I feel when people talking all this. I mean, I'm sure when we played Tom Brady, I mean, all you heard was Tom Brady. And I'm sure everybody on the team was feeling the same way, going into that Super Bowl. Like, man, nobody giving us a chance. We're going to go out there, and it's all about your attitude. So I think, the media can make it a little higher sometimes. We was 8-0. A lot of people definitely are gunning for you because, they're trying to get to the top 2. And I'm going to want to beat the top in order for you to really solidify if you belong up there.
It's interesting you talked about the media because A.J. Brown afterwards and Slay kind of unprompted said, we can get rid of that 17-0 talk. Did you guys hear that at all? The outside noise, the national talk shows talking about, can this team go undefeated?
I mean, you hear it from your peers, you hear it from other people that you just passed by, just as a fan.
like in the burbs around the streets of Philly?
Just on the streets. Really? I mean, especially in Philly, but you always got to answer to that, what you're going to do, y'all going to go undefeated this year. Y'all can do it, because people trying to bet, trying to get bets in. So it's like, nah, man, we out here working 1 week at a time. We're trying to go 1-0, and I'm just enjoying the season because we already, week 12, week 11?
Man.
Week 12?
Yeah, and you're just halfway through finally. I mean, it's a long season now. Mm-hmm. So after having the first loss, and then you come from behind for a win here. You guys, for most of the year, you were leading games and then finishing them off at the end. Is, what you went through the last couple weeks, do you think in the end that helps you getting tested in this game on the road in Indianapolis?
It do. It show you how you act in pressure situations. And I think we've been doing really good at how we handle each other in those moments. Even Linval and those guys, I heard them talking to some of the younger guys and even talking to us like, look, just stay focused, stay with it. We gonna open it up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make the plays we need to make, and I'm telling you it's gonna happen. And just encouraging each other, man. It's just gotta stay positive through the chaos. And I think we're doing a good job so far. It's gonna help us in the end.
So Linval Joseph and Ndamukong come in just for a couple days, and they actually play. So Linval's already talking? I
mean, he's having fun, man. I know he's having fun because every 5 minutes he's walking up, BG, you all right? You all right? You good? Man, I'm telling you, I was just on the couch. Like, just, it's cool.
It's like a kid, huh?
Right.
Like, get a second chance.
I'm telling you. And he got 2 surgeries, he said, and he just like, man, I ain't supposed to be here, but look what I'm doing now, man. And I'm just like, man, enjoy the moment. And that's what he's doing.
So they jumped in, and Linval played a lot of plays.
He did.
And Sue was in there, and they did pretty darn well for just joining a team.
I'm telling you, got a half sack together, man. If that ain't tell you something right there, man, I don't know what else. But yeah, I was happy for them guys because, I know how I feel at year 13, just wanting to come in, let them know I still got a little bit in the tank too.
So how did you help get those guys ready? How did they, in a couple days, get the idea of the playbook down?
Just constantly, just telling them, helping them in situations, them already picking up some of the plays already, and then on top of it, just easily, hey, BG, what you know what I got on this or whatever. It's like, man, and then over 13 years of doing that, like they already picked it up that quick. So I feel like they already got it down. Once you get the terminology, it's pretty much the same thing. Once you know what one guy is doing, then you can kind of guess what you do. So I think that 13-year vets, can come in and go anywhere and learn the playbook pretty easily.
And are really those guys the perfect guys to add because of their experience in Super Bowls, winning Super Bowls, and having been to the mountaintop?
Yeah, I think that, Sue came in with the mindset like, I just want to help. Just like Robert Quinn, you got guys, Linval, you got guys that's, going into it, like just trying to maximize their role or whatever their role is, trying to see what that role is on the team, because you go from starting to now you got to be a role player. And sometimes that ain't easy, being a vet, especially if you feel that a guy that's in front of you might not be better. But I don't think we got that. I think these guys just want to win the championship, and whatever we got to do it, they gon' just be excited to do it. And so, man, I love the vibe. I love how this team is pushing right now, pushing each other, and just that togetherness through it all. Because even when we lost, I felt like a lot of guys just understood, like, man, we needed that. We need to get that refocused, get back to what we do. Even though we're doing certain stuff, but when you look at the film, you start to see some of the details that was lacking in. And that's cool, because we can fix that and get right for the rest of the way.
Do you think when you just win week after week, stacking wins, you're 8-0, do you think there's like a little slippage once in a while in little areas, and sometimes a loss like helps you focus on those little details?
Oh yeah, because when you lose, I mean, everybody's gonna be coming at that point of, man, they trying to poke holes at it, and you got to be the one that poke holes even more, because you got to make sure you see where the holes are and address them. And coach, always, is the one that comes and says, man, this was my fault on certain stuff, and then he'll come at you and let you know, hey, this is where you messed up, and you got to be able to respect that. I respect that coach, said his faults, and even for myself, I know what my faults are, and him addressing it, saying it in front of the team in a respectful way, but understanding where we know we're gonna get it right for the next time. And I think, yeah, man, it's a good vibe. When you got that, when you got somebody being able to police you and people not take it personally.
And the win in Indianapolis, it was cool. It was kind of redemption week for you and Quez Watkins. So the guys have said there's accountability on this team, and it's kind of different from some other places. Tell us about those meetings where if you make a mistake, they put your play up on the big screen, and then they put your name up there. Like,
oh, yeah.
Tell us about what's that like?
Well, you know what? That is crazy. It's like, but yeah, man. I mean, if you don't want to get up there, you know what you got to do, and you're gonna get up there sometimes because you ain't perfect. But it's like, you're gonna try to limit yourself, and you're gonna keep working your technique. You're gonna keep making sure you're getting stronger in the weight room. You're making sure you're getting faster by what you do in your drills. Yeah, man. It should make you hungry, and that's the whole mindset of just like, man, you look what you did. Now go fix that. Go work on what we know you can keep building and keep working on, like your technique, and make sure you make that play the next time. And that's all it really be.
So is that like the full team meeting?
Oh yeah, it's a full team meeting.
Every player's in there and they put up the mistakes on the big screen with the name of the player who messed up.
Oh yeah, and it's accountability, man. You just got to take that. That's part of it. And everybody goes through even myself at my age. I mean, coach put my play up there, and yeah, it's accountability. Even the captain. Everybody, if I'm gonna be the captain, I got to be the first one that's got to take what I did wrong and move on, so people can respect, even what I gotta say.
So is it almost like therapy in a way, because you can't hide a mistake? Like the entire team is going to know when somebody wasn't where he was supposed to be or made a mistake. It kind of like puts everything out in the open with the team?
It do. I mean, and it is what it is at that point, but we want to see how you handle your business. Are you going to be one to make excuses, or are you just going to own it and move on and then make the next play the next time? And only time will tell when you're going to make the play the next time. And I thought it was funny, just even my situation, you get all these people coming at you about a bonehead mistake, that I made, and I understood the situation. I messed up. Okay, I moved on, but I'm on to the next and then I make a play like that to end the game in Indy, man. It's like if you don't clear your mind of the mental clutter that tend to, bounce in because of, what people saying, you got to be able to have thick skin. And I feel like I've developed that over the years because it's not easy, but you got to know that the only way things is not going to affect you is if you don't focus on that. And I focus on, all right, now it is what it is. Get off social media or just block whoever it is that's talking to you because I know I don't want to hear that right now. Yeah. And so I go into my happy place and start watching movies, old movies, and just do stuff that I want to do to get my mind off what it was that I know I can't control.
Opioid addiction is a national public health crisis. The Someone You Know podcast from the Independence Blue Cross Foundation offers inspiring stories that challenge stigma, offer hope, and humanizes the disease of addiction. So download the new season 3 of Someone You Know on all major podcast platforms. Now, earlier on in your career, you had to block some people on Twitter or social media. Were you back blocking people after the Washington loss?
That's what happens sometimes,
really?
Man, because people just be saying all kind of stuff. I can understand if you just saying, I made a mistake and, but people go there. And it's like, man, it ain't even about what you talking about. It's about something else. So I just know for me, I'm in a good place. I'm happy with the vibe of the team right now. And, man, I'm just trying to enjoy it all.
See, when I'm down, I listen to some of my favorite music. You said you watch some good movies. What would be your recommendation out there? Because it's wintertime in Philly. If you're down or you're not feeling right, what's your favorite movie or two that you would recommend?
Well, you know what? I've been watching series. I mean, I finally finished Game of Thrones. I was on that real tough. And then Breaking Bad I watched because I never got a chance to watch it. So, just watching like older, like or doing like what's my movie? I do like Friday or something funny Friday after next Friday. I love them series, stuff like that. Just to just go to my favorite parts and just get a laugh. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what got you right for the Indianapolis game, huh?
Well, a little bit of it because that's what I was doing some of the days that I wasn't feeling good. I just go watch a quick little snippet of what I already know is funny, but it's just good every time you see it.
Well, how about in that moment? I loved what you said after the game. Tell us about how you and the defensive linemen are talking about the way certain rushes are working against that Colts line, trying to get to Matt Ryan, and how maybe communication helped you get that sack that was huge in the game.
Yeah, just looking at, I like to watch the line and see what people are beating some of the guys on. Is stuff holding true of what we seen on film. Because if I know a guy like to throw his hands, I know I can swipe his hands. Or if I know like a guy like Lane try to fake like he's going to get you and then try to catch you so he can grab onto you. And it's just like different techniques. And you try to see what you see on film, is it holding true? And I felt like Sweaty was hitting him. But what held true was Matt Ryan was shallow in the pocket. He wasn't dropping back far. He was really staying in that crown. They make like a little crown for him. And he was stepping up in the pocket, and for me, I was like, when I get in there, I'm gonna make sure I bull rush him because I see where his spot is, and I just so happened to bull rush him, man, and he was standing right there, and man, I was so happy to just be able to help the team.
How about where you guys are right now? 9-1. You see Dallas, what they did to Minnesota, going in their biggest road win ever.
You see what I'm saying? It's any given week.
Yeah.
They just beat the Bills. They probably was still off that high of beating the Bills.
Like the Minnesota Miracle before in the playoffs.
Trust me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say this is the NFL. Everybody gets paid. I mean, I don't care what the record is. People know that they go off your record, but if you see certain teams and lost by 3, you don't know how these teams are losing. Like sometimes it's the coaches that come up with great plays and just made great plays at different times, but these guys, professionals, they don't want to look bad just like we don't want to look bad. And I feel like it's any given Sunday. That's why you got to keep your focus on what it is that's important because everybody going to come at you. And nobody really gives up. Not because, man, it looks bad and it ain't good for the game.
And the NFL, there's more games decided by 3 or 4 points or less than 7 than any other time in history. I mean, that's what they want.
I'm telling you. And that's what you want. It's pretty even. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some teams have struggles like this year. You see Cincy was waived better last year than what they showing this year, but they can beat anybody any given Sunday, because they got the playmakers. If they Chase hurt right now, that's what happened. The dynamics change of the season. People get hurt in areas where you was banking on certain people being there, and that's the season, And so, but any given week, man, you gotta make sure that you stay away from thinking just because the records say what that say, that don't mean nothing, because these guys, they working for contracts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They working for trying to provide for their family. So, you got to make sure you respect every team.
And you guys right now are 9-1. The last time the Eagles were 9-1, we know what happened in 2017. And you know how important home field is. So when you have a 2-game lead now over the Vikings, and the Cowboys are there, the Giants are there, and towards the end of the year, you got the Giants for 2, you got the Cowboys. Is this the time to kind of keep getting better? Remember Andy Reid, November, December, kept getting better.
Yep. And I think we're going to keep getting better. I really do believe that, because Coach emphasized that all the time about, the details and what we have to work on each and every day. Here's the agenda. This is how we're going to get it done. Let's go do it. And so, all right, that's what we're doing. And, I just feel like we just following Coach off what he do. And if he worried about them details, the turnovers and stuff been happening because we've been on our details. But when we off, he gonna put you on the board, hold you accountable.
The name is going up there with the play.
It's either he gonna show somebody else that's doing it bad, or we gonna have stuff that we showing inside. Because if we doing all the right stuff, then he ain't got nothing to put up. But he'll put up other people's stuff that will happen over the league. But when we spending a lot of time on what we did wrong, sometimes that ain't good. That means we got to get better. Yeah. And I think it's been good, because we don't have many times where we got to keep talking about little stuff, but we always review the game, and Coach, talk about some of the stuff we could get better on. If this would have happened, you see how we could have scored here or something like that. But I feel like that's just part of the game. You ain't gonna get everything right, but certain key moments in the game where you gotta have it, and if the details ain't right, that's when he really gets on you, because, man, that's where we gotta have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How about the defense? I mean, it's kind of like people don't really know. You guys are giving up 300 yards a game. That's second best in the NFL, I believe, behind the Broncos or the Niners. You guys are giving up 18 points a game. I think you have the third most sacks in the NFL. But I still hear noise about Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
Is that just Philly, or what do you think it is? What do you think it is?
That's just Philly. I feel like they used to a certain way, and sometimes it's different, but it's getting it done. I know certain guys want him to blitz crazy and do this, but he got his own style. Let him go out. If I was JG, I'm going to go out being me. Go all the way on what you believe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to follow him regardless, because he made the call, I'm going to go out there and play. Yeah. That's it, because we got to do that, because if we're not on the same page, we're going to look bad anyway. And JG going to be really out, and then we're going to be looking bad even more as a team. So we're not going to do that. I feel like the fans want what they want, but sometimes people can be a little too tough too early, and sometimes you can eat those words, because I know a lot of people was too tough with me a lot early, and you just keep fighting. All I say is, JG, keep fighting. Keep working, because I'm going to fight with you.
Well, you're the master of the segue. You got a future in TV, because we're going to talk about American Dreamin. It's a tremendous new clothing line. And, I mean, there's only one image that you're going to put on a shirt, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you're Brandon Graham. I mean, there it is. The sack heard round Philadelphia to win the first Super Bowl. So what gave you the idea to do this?
Well, just talking with some people, they gave me a hat one of my appearances, and I was like, man, I really like, the logo. I love everything, about it, and we started to just talk over some stuff, because he just wanted to, really go for it. And I was like, man, I'm all in with you, man, because I ain't never did nothing like this. I want to learn. He was teaching me when we was all just talking just about, how we wanted to get stuff designed. It was a fun process, man, and I want the world to see, what we put together. But it's really, everything starts with a dream, and I love what they was about, and I felt like it was a great fit with me, because everybody has a dream, and we want to live the American dream, and whatever the American dream it is in your heart, you try to strive to get to. And, I just really thought that, it was a really good idea, man. I wanted to get you this hat.
Oh, well, thank you.
I got my shirt back here. We did a little fun Philly American Dreamin shirt.
Oh,
The
nice.
Liberty
The
Bell.
Liberty Bell.
Yep, Liberty Bell.
Nice.
And then, we got one of me in a strip sack.
Uh-huh.
Something.
I love it.
Something different.
I'll take swag.
Yeah, get you some swag, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
No, this is great. And I love the concept of it because, like Charlie Manuel, the Phillies manager, he had a tough start in Philly. Mm-hmm. You had a tough start. People calling you a bust. And then look what you became and had one of the biggest moments in Philadelphia sports history, sacking Tom Brady. So is it kind of like somebody wears this and then they get the idea of like what the American dream is all about?
Yeah, I mean, man, whatever the American dream is that people view, this world to be for them and what they strive to be, you can get there, and I feel like for me, I dreamed of a moment of me making a play in a Super Bowl one day, but I didn't know it was going to be on another Michigan man and, a Tom Brady, the GOAT.
I mean, that makes it that much sweeter.
Man, it do.
Yeah.
It really do. So, man, I really just felt like it was a perfect fit. It was fun. It wasn't inconvenience. It was pretty much on the times of when I can make it work. But when I was there, I was committed, and man, it was fun. And it's still fun.
It's amazing. And I believe your license plate.
Oh,
does your license plate say strip sack?
Got strip sack.
I
like to have fun with it, man. I figured since it was available, it was that was the perfect time to do it.
Does anybody, like when they see that driving by or they see it parked somewhere, do they come out and do they know it's you around Philadelphia?
Well, you know what? I had a situation on the freeway where people was honking the horn at me because they end up seeing the license plate. But other than that, it's been cool. It hasn't been crazy.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Strip sack, license plate, and then I've also seen some of the autographs you now sign.
Oh yeah.
About Tom Brady. I love it.
Hey man, it's inscriptions. People ask you to do certain stuff, but they know I love them. But I gotta beat them. Every time we play them.
And it just is amazing in that Super Bowl taking down the GOAT coach, the GOAT quarterback, and I think you said this team is more talented than that 2017. What about the vibe of this team with the connection between all the players compared to that team as well?
It's the same thing. It's the connection, man. That's what shows me that we got something real. And I feel like people just enjoying their role, man, because they seeing the hard work paying off on what we showing on Sunday, and we ain't even got to our best yet. And that's what's so nice about us. We got so much room to get better, and man, that's why I really feel like it's a great comparison because of how we treat each other and how people not so quick to leave the building. Like that's when because this could be just work sometimes, but I don't think it's like a home for some people, man. And people be in there playing after hours, shooting ball. I mean, even for myself, and I got kids at home. But I'm like, hey, y'all, I gotta go, because and I spend time there, but I don't normally spend the after like I have been.
Yeah.
But now I've been just trying to enjoy it, man, and enjoying it all.
And your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, it's so impressive at his age, second year with Nick Sirianni as the starter, his accountability and how hard he works and how much he's improved this year. I mean, were you even surprised by the level of play you're seeing from your quarterback?
You know what? I wouldn't really say surprised. I would just say I'm more happy because I was sitting there watching him because he came in. He was working out at the facility with me, and I just would see him just do certain stuff and go over plays and you could see him going over his reads and just doing certain stuff. And I know he was already getting the chemistry with the guys off the field, going to different fields and taking them. Man, I seen him all off season just stay consistent with what he do. And that's what he do. That's what he's been doing. But now I feel like now he got 2 years with a coach. Every year has been different for him because when he first got here, he wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
And then you working yourself, you trying to stay right, making sure that you ready, and now you the guy. And you got thrown in, and he still was making plays when he got thrown in when after Carson got benched, and then he became the guy. But then he had an off season where he had to work, like he the guy. He got to go work, and that's what I felt like that was the difference because he this going on 2 years with coach. He knows he's the guy, and your mindset is different, man. It's way different than what it would be if you just going in knowing it's a quarterback you could potentially play, but that's just if he get hurt or something like that, or he just stink it up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm happy for Jalen. I'm really happy for him.
And some of these running plays in the fourth quarter where he was taken off, and then a 4th and 2, I see 2 defenders there.
Yeah.
Is that where that 600 pounds of squatting comes in handy?
That's where that work come in, man. And I felt like that boy shot through. I see the linebacker, and whoever chipped him, somebody kind of chipped him because he read the play real good. But boy, Jalen, he definitely, like you said, them 600 pounds was huffing to get them 2 yards, and I'm happy. I'm happy, man, that they put it on his back because we went all in on Jalen, and I'm loving that. You got to put it on the quarterback.
And guys were saying that he was just so calm the whole game and even joking around. Does that resonate with the whole team? Like, is that a team attitude of being calm? You know you're going to come back.
You know what? It could go either way. When you get it, when you get the 4th and 2, then people. You know what I'm saying? But you got to stay consistent with what, and Jalen been consistent, so that's Jalen. Like, and you got to respect him even in a situation if we don't get the 4th and 2 and we lose the game, or you know what I'm saying? Because it just depends on the mood sometimes of how people feel. Because if we don't get it, then they're like, man, you need to be more serious. You know how some people try to blame anything, but I feel like Jalen gonna be Jalen. I love how cool and calm he is. I mean, just be you, man. I can't change you. Can't change me. I can just only make myself a little better, especially if I know I got something that I need to work on, and we all do. So,
and it seems Nick Sirianni like lets you be you and let your because he's letting his personality out. We saw what he was doing after the win in Indianapolis.
That boy jumped up on there. I didn't even know he did all that until I seen it. But yeah, man, it was definitely good to see Coach. Just keep doing. Be you, Coach. You know what I'm saying? Have fun because. I want to look back on pictures and be like, man, I remember when I was doing that. Man, I was so young at that point. You know what I'm saying? You might have a different mindset than what you probably had back then. Yeah. And I'm sure we will. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty incredible because you're the longest tenured athlete in Philadelphia. And it's such a special thing because of how much you've grown here in Philadelphia. Yeah. Maybe some guys don't get this chance at their point in their career. Right. A possibility of doing something special again this year.
I'm telling you. And I'm on a 1-year deal. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know right now I'm in the mix. So I'm happy and I'm going to enjoy it all and can't worry about what you don't know because you don't know. So might as well take care of what's in front of you right now.
All right, well, here it is. I want to show it one more time. American Dreamin'. And I think it's such a cool concept. And let everybody know where they can get these. Is website, right?
Oh, yeah. So it's American Dreamin'. So Dreamin' is I-N with no G at the end, .com. And, it's up and running right now. You guys can definitely go up there, shop. And then you can go to Instagram, American Dreamin'. It's I-N with no G at the end, Dreamin'. And, you can go check us out.
And some of the proceeds, right, are going to your charity, right?
Oh, yeah. Team Grand 55. If you want to go on my website, teamgram55.com, you can check out stuff that's coming up, a lot of stuff that's, dealing with off the field stuff for me, and I'm trying to do some things in Philly now. So now that I live here full time. So yeah, man, just working, trying to just make it all. Just do all I can.
And by the way, that's very impressive without a teleprompter right into the camera. I'm telling you, TV is in your future. Hopefully a couple years down the road, though.
Oh, man, definitely a couple years down the road. Yeah. I'm still enjoying myself, but you never know.
Yeah. And by the way, you're now on the board, this is kind of breaking news, of the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation.
Yeah, man.
How special is that?
Man, that's very special, man. Just something that came up, and I was just like, wow, I never knew, you know what I'm saying, how serious, the Snyder stuff was, start doing my background checks on, just a lot of stuff. And I'm like, man, okay, this is definitely something that I want to be involved with. And, man, I'm just happy that they welcome me open arms with it.
And they do a tremendous job of bringing hockey to the inner city and in the city of Philadelphia and teaching in the classrooms. By the way, before I let you go, is it kind of cool? 4th all-time in Eagles history in sacks right now, you are. That's very impressive.
Oh, man, 4th? Oh,
come on, you know that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, come on.
Because I know me and Fletch just been having our little battles of, because we've been neck and neck. Yes. I'm like, man, I got to pull away from Fletch. He a D tackle.
Do you talk about that?
Oh, yeah, we have fun. It's when people start, because we go over milestones, like stuff that, like I love that our coach do that. Like his milestones that he shows on, like if somebody came in and like you just told me.
Oh, like Devontae Smith last year beating Deshaun Jackson's record
right.
for rookie
you know what I'm saying?
yards. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just stuff that you don't even think about until somebody done ran the numbers and like, man, look at this, look what you done did. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool to hear that.
Well, it'll be every week now because maybe, okay, you're fourth all time, then maybe Fletcher gets you one week and then you're back and forth, so we could do that every week.
Hey, we can have some fun with it.
So by the way, fourth all time in Eagles history in sacks, and you've got Trent Cole coming back into the Hall of Fame,
right there.
Right? Number 2 behind Reggie White. And Hugh Douglas, you already passed Hugh Douglas, but how special these guys are coming back to go into the Hall of Fame, and do you kind of see, like you're going to watch them Sunday night and then maybe envision yourself someday?
Yeah, I got me and T. Cole going to be with my family up in the box, his family and my family, so we all excited because I got done talking to him probably like an hour ago from when us sitting right here.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, man, T. Cole, I'm happy for him. We were just talking ball, talking about the game, and you know, I just remember T. Cole being the guy that's out there stripping somebody at the end of the game to win the game. So man, I'm just happy that it's kind of coming full circle because he definitely helped me in my career.
Yeah. Well, one day we're going to see you in the same spot.
Hey man, hey, you know, all I'm gonna keep doing is working, you know, and I appreciate whatever comes my way.
Awesome, man. American Dreamin'. Check it out. BG, one of the best to ever come to Philly. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
I'm so flagrant.